Hello, everybody. Rob Barefoot here, and I'm here with James Hutt. We're doing Mayor's Desk for February, what's today, the 25th, 26th? I've already forgotten which day it is.
Oh, let me look at my phone because I also don't know what day it is.
It's
It
the
is
25th.
Wednesday,
Beat you.
February 25th.
Yep, beat you to it, 25th. Today, we are going
you
through...
win.
Oh, I know I win. I'm going to fight for this, as I always do.
19 days after Valentine's Day, right? No.
11 days.
15 days after Valentine's Day.
11 days. February 14th
days?
is Valentine's.
And we still have not recovered.
No, we've not. That was a heck of a bender. So today we are doing Interface Red Volume 5 for questions, specifically Solo Fortune 2045, which, by the way, is now available as print on demand over on DriveThruRPG. You can actually go and snag both the standard and premium cut, and if you purchased the PDF before the release, you should have had a little email from DriveThruRPG with a discount there. Go ahead and take a peek. If you do not see it, check your spam folder. If it's not there, reach out to DriveThruRPG support. We got you covered. They're not going to go anywhere. Now, other than that, there's a very particular cover up on the screen right now, isn't there, James? A cover for Night City 2045.
I can't see the screen that you've edited onto the video. Why don't you tell me what it is?
I'm telling you what it is before you interrupt me. The Night City 2045 book is finally coming, and we have already announced that it's coming out for a physical edition on, let's see, it was January. No, not January. Was it June, maybe July. I don't know. Jebtember, I'm not certain. Sorry, I'm being silly and I'm caffeinated. No, it's going to be coming out at Origins 2026, which is going to be June 17th. Your gestures are throwing me off every time. It's going to be June 17th. You're good. So that is when you're going to be able to pick up the book for the very, very first time at the show. And we'll be discussing other things around it soon, such as, today, as soon as this video's out, there's going to be another nice little lore drop from one Jay Gray, filling you in on more and more of the devlog. And let's just say the art itself has been coming out. I'm showing the wonderful, I'll call it a Peacekeeper, Nomad Santiago on the right side. We have that. We also have the beautiful, despite completely wrecked, old Japantown. Oh, God, and the Inquisitors still going nuts. We've been letting a lot of pictures come out, letting people see them as they go. And, well, I may be showing something I shouldn't show right now, so I'm just not going to actually show that yet. It's going to change that back. Yeah, I know, you're completely lost on it. We need to find a way to fix that. Maybe whenever you get your camera to like me more, we can. But, yeah. What?
I don't think it doesn't like you. I think it doesn't like me.
Fair.
I don't think it's you. I think it's me.
You better be bringing that.
Said something.
You better be bringing that to Gamma, and I'll take a look at it.
Oof.
Okay, good answer. But would you like to go ahead and tell them about your own stuff?
Oh, yeah. Let me get to that. Hi, everybody. I'm James Hutt. I'm the senior designer at Hutt Games. And I also have my own company called James Hutt Games. And to get clued in on all that good stuff, you go to jameshuttgames.com.
I have your sign up. I have your sign up on the screen as requested.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go there, you can put in your email, and then you can get access to a vault and a Discord community for that. And you can play test Beetle World, which I've been working on for about 1.5 years now, and is very playable. Get your name in the book. Enjoy a game with Uno cards and beetles fighting a fungus hive mind. Good stuff. That's all we got for my plug. We can move on now.
Gotcha. Well, one thing I'll cover then before we roll on. Fossilized violence. There's some new news coming for that. We won't go too deep into it, but there's going to be some nice little news. We know we wanted to do a February 20th release. Delays happen, as they always do. It's rare we actually put a date of release out so early, and that's why. We just sometimes have delays hit.
I don't know if y'all didn't read the news, but the tariff situation is very interesting right now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we won't go into that. We will not go into that. We will rabbit hole that one right now.
Please forgive us for small delays.
Sorry, guys. In Shadow Scar, I can happily announce that it's actually in print. And soon will be in our warehouse. That full release is on the way. And I know people are asking a lot about reprints for Red. We are working on the Cyberpunk Red core rulebook reprint as we speak. with hopefully Black Chrome and the Edge Runners mission kit to follow. We'll keep you informed, keep an eye out for any announcements. That's when you will know it is in the warehouse. We won't tell you when it's going to be there. We'll tell you when we get it in. Okay? Cool. Should we talk about questions?
Time from that message to actually get it.
Yeah. The reprint for the red one is a biggin. It's a biggin, but I won't say exact numbers. Let's, though, answer some questions. You already ready for the first?
I'm ready.
Okay. First question on the docket. What was the inspiration behind the creative process for the ACPA design? Creating your base and then tuning it to pick between negatives instead of positives seems fairly unique, and I'm wondering if it has an origin. Take it away.
Right. I love giant robots. One might even say, and I'll signal to the giant robot fans that, like chicks, I dig giant robots. I love Megas XLR. But also stuff like Gundam and Patlabor, and I am firmly a real robot fan. I like super robots. I mean, Big O is fantastic, to name one. And I kind of grew up with them, but I put them in a different world. I put them more in a superhero land. For me, it's all about Gundam. It's all about real robots over super robots. And the thing about real robots, what makes them, realistic, is the downsides. When in a couple of Gundam series, when a like a GM sniper or something is which is one of my favorite GM has a really big gun, it has to have this huge ammo pack, and watching it carry it around an 8th MS team is very like, the realism is really there because they have to hoist these huge things and move them around. It's almost like they have the physics exists despite the incredible physics goes out the window for just the concept of giant robots. Treating them as if they could be realistic is what makes them interesting.
Can I make an allegory to that?
We have
like a perfect example of it. Can I make a perfect example of the difference in that? So I'm going to talk about a movie that does not actually have a sequel that exists at all, due for that exact reason. Pacific Rim. When you see Pacific Rim, all the robots... Of course I'm bringing up Pacific Rim. All of them, they have weight to them. Their motion is slow, clumsy, but you feel the power behind each. And then you go into what was supposed to be Pacific Rim 2, where those are
super robots, not real robots. They're super robots that are using the cool factor of real robots, and honestly are targeted to the U.S. market to look more like the super robot stylings of Transformers. If you look at Transformers and you look at, you'll see why they did use that design language.
Yeah, and I was going to say, in Pacific Rim 2, they took away all the physics.
To bring real robots into a super robot space. But honestly, I think Big O is a way better example of that.
I agree. Big O was a great show. All right, but yeah, sorry to interrupt your flow.
And if anyone has any recommendations for mecha shows to watch, put them in the comments, because I want to go through this comment section. I want to get a new anime that I can watch over Gamma.
Oh, I can't say much. My Gamma is going to be a lot of Battle Angel Alita. I finally am about to crack open that box set. Either way, I'm getting off topic.
Yes.
But yeah, the reason I wanted to bring that up is the use of the physics versus the absence of physics is the difference between Pacific Rim 1 and Pacific Rim 2, and why people did not like Pacific Rim 2. Everything was floaty, it was light, they were doing stuff they never should have been able to do after the setting declared it in the first movie. So it was an interesting thing how the uniqueness fell away.
It's hard to keep up with that while still upping the stakes in Super Robot. I mean, frankly, the other way to do it is to do Evangelion, but there's nothing like Evangelion for a reason.
I've still not
It's
watched
because it's
Evangelion.
incredibly difficult and a directorial masterstroke. Good luck.
So that is where the inspiration came from in itself. You already have a deep love for, mecha as well, and it is the way that each one does have its drawbacks, but also its strengths too. And you wanted to replicate that in the process.
I will say before I get any comments on it, other than Eureka 7 is the only show that captures the Evangelion thing. We need to stop talking about giant robots.
We're not going to shut up. Yeah, because I didn't even bring up Armored Core yet, and I will go down a rabbit hole with Armored Core. Next question.
I love it when you're in a next second you'll be like, I forgot to hit record.
Yeah, don't do that. No, I've checked 4 times. We're good. So what is the general scale of ACPAs? Are they piloted in a cockpit, or are they more average person sized? Can they walk through a doorway, or do they make their own through a wall? It depends on the model.
It depends on the model. The Grasshopper can walk through a doorway. Mm-hmm. Most of the other ones can't. The Scat, I would say it depends on the model, and you're looking like big double doors you might be able to get through with some of the medium ones, but you're not getting like a Dione through a door.
Mm-hmm.
You're making a door, or you're like jumping into a courtyard or stuff like that.
What I've done to explain the size difference to my folk, I tell them, think of the think tanks from Ghost in the Shell.
Mm-hmm.
Normal person's going to walk through a door, but a think tank's just a little bit too big and must smash. Or have,
think tanks?
Yeah. I mean,
is that what they are in English?
Yeah, that's what they put it directly in the manga. They call them think tanks there.
Fair enough.
Tachikoma as well. I should have called them Tachikoma.
I think I might have gotten it wrong there.
Oh, you're fine. Their own name specifically, so you might have just been thinking of one of them. Either way, so yeah, like the Grasshopper, you will see riding around a motorcycle, but it's one of the few that can get into a car that isn't specially modified to carry them. Like when you're transporting ACPAs, I almost did it. My own troll just almost came back to bite me in the ass. I almost called them APCAs instead of ACPAs. I know. Oh God, don't reference it. Corgo was hoping we would. I'm not going to do it. You need specialized transport for these things. Not all of them are able to just pop into a combat cab and work. This is specialized equipment requiring specialized transport, even choppers. And nope, I can't talk about that part when it comes to choppers. Moving on. Yeah, it depends on the model. Ready for the next question? All right. Oh, cool. With Cybermercs primarily getting deployed beyond their usual residing city, I wanted to ask, what are some of your personal favorite locations to send players who are freshly getting into Merc level play? The Tanzania mission in Solo Fortune 2045 is a great start, and I was curious if you had any other countries or locals beyond Night City to recommend.
Well, I've got good news for you.
I was about to say the same thing.
I have a fantastic surprise for you coming soon. I don't know when it'll be out.
Potentially tomorrow or the day after, if everything works out.
Fair enough. Well, enjoy your time in North Korea then. I'll leave it at that with this month's DLC. I would say anywhere you want is the real answer. And number 2, realistically, we just put this out, so I don't really have a favorite yet.
I've not gotten to run a Cyberpunk game yet either.
Tanzania and building out the Hiroshi Moshi Metroplex. I really like that. Anyway,
I remember
I imagine Europe might also be quite fun.
When y'all told me the title of the Georgia adventure, I immediately started laughing because that is actually the state song for Georgia on my mind.
Oh yeah.
I was born in Georgia. I was raised in Georgia. And I still get a laugh out of it every time. And I'm like, folks really don't get how oddly accurate this is, even for some folk who's just out in the boonies. You know what I mean? But yeah, I do not have any particular locations, but I'm also a GM who will make up stuff no matter where it is. And that is what it'll be, rather than have a planned location constantly in conflict as the meta story depicts. Because
I do want to do something in Panama or like near the Panama Canal. I think that'd be cool.
Mhm.
Ripe for a cool story.
We'll see. Next question.
Milan would be fun.
Ooh. Quit giving me ideas.
Last idea, Venice.
I was just thinking Venice.
Venice.
How
is
did you
so
read
cool.
my mind on that one?
I don't know.
So this next one, we get some mechanic parts, price categories. You ready?
Oh yeah.
Can a player use the Salvaging Night City DLC to potentially salvage the salvaged frame and salvaged shell parts of an ACPA? If so,
Yes.
which category do these ACPA's parts fall under?
I believe it's listed.
I was trying to avoid any questions that were read the book or ask your GM this time. Are you kidding me?
I believe
One
it's
snuck
listed,
through.
and I think it's definitely listed. I don't know off the top of my head, and I don't want to get it wrong.
No worries. I think that's
RTB,
IRV4.
I'm sorry.
I think it's IRV4.
You can cut this one, maybe.
Oh no, I'm not cutting anything anymore. I've learned the
All right,
joy of
fair
not
enough.
cutting stuff on Mike's thing. No, I actually want to check real fast.
Sure.
Mike's Q&A. Where is it?
I'm
Do
gonna
we
look
have-
like a real idiot.
No, you're not. Dude, I look like an idiot on the daily. I am the fun target. Where is Salvaging Night City? I'm not losing my mind. You're losing your mind. I think I went too far
Salvaging
back.
Night City.
Are they talking about breaking your stuff?
You don't need to be in Salvaging Night City in order to find the price category, which is in Soul of Fortune 2045. Yeah, salvage shell is 1,000, very expensive, and salvage frame is 1,000, very expensive.
And yeah, if you're trying to get cheaper than that, I mean,
You're
I
not
wouldn't
getting
done.
cheaper than that. I mean, Light Metal Gear is 2,000 and Sigma is 2,000, but those are both luxury, which I think makes them more difficult to salvage.
All right, so if it's in
Anyway.
there, it's in there. All right, I'll leave it at that one. I was trying so hard to avoid any read the book questions. My God. Next question. Can you detonate multiple C9 charges with one action? I'm thinking of using the sticky bomb launcher to set up traps like Demo Man in Team Fortress 2.
So by raw, you can't do it with action detonated ones. But you can, if you have a particular time that you want them all to go off on, you can set them all to be timed fuses to go off like that. If you're thinking of using the sticky bomb launcher to set up traps like Demo Man and Team Fortress 2, you should know that the sticky bomb launcher that is in Solo of Fortune is based off of my favorite one from Team Fortress 2, which is called the Scottish Resistance. So that is why it is written that way. Anyway, good luck and have fun. And I hope you don't get a missing eye critical injury.
Ugh. Next question. When the Scatter-Ratter IRV5, page 118, becomes treated as an excellent quality weapon, does that override its original poor quality? Or is it now both poor and excellent quality at the same time and thus gets the +1 from EQ and can jam on a crit fail?
Right. So when the Scatter-Ratter is treated as an excellent quality weapon, its category updates from poor to excellent. And then, of course, it updates back. That's part of its abilities. It cannot be both at the same time. The category is, you only get one
Either
in a
or.
category. Either or.
Mm-hmm. All right. We're getting through these now pretty quick.
Well.
All right. So this is actually a funny one here. In the book, it states, since ACPAs are designed to reinforce a frail human body, martial arts attacks and special moves don't have an ACPA's SP. Does this stay true even if a martial arts attack is performed by another ACPA?
Yes, it stays true. Because ACPAs don't magically change the force of your attacks. That's what their linear frame does. So, I mean, there's no difference than getting punched with a cyber arm that is being wielded by a person with a linear frame than somebody who's stepped into an ACPA, still has a metal arm. Oh, now you're getting punched by, still has a linear frame. It's the same thing.
All right.
They aren't super linear frames.
Why is this thing not liking me when I change questions
You'll notice
today?
they use the same frames that you can get outside of an ACPA.
So same physics.
Yeah.
How are tech upgrades supposed to interact with ACPAs? I really avoided ask your GM on it. So let's see how this plays out. According to Interface Red, Volume 5, page 136, an ACPA has to consist of a linear frame, a shell, and 4 categories that have to be tuned. Should a tech be able to upgrade each of these categories, one of these categories, or none at all? I'll let you explain it because I think your answer is the same as mine.
Okay, so you can upgrade the linear frame, you can upgrade the shell, you can upgrade any one of the components that goes into it. You're forgetting that a linear frame, you're forgetting that an ACPA is also its onboard cyberware and onboard weapons. Now you can upgrade each of those onboard cyberware and onboard weapons individually. You cannot upgrade a trade-off category, a tuning. You cannot upgrade a tuning. However, there's nothing stopping you from inventing another tuning for each of the stages. I guess you could do that, but you can't upgrade a process. You can invent a new process, but you cannot upgrade a process.
Yeah, they are all the sum of all the things they are, if that makes sense in any way. Meaning every single piece you can modify because that is what techs do. And it is limited by your own GM saying, hey, that's too OP, let's scale it back. And you not holding your GM to some concrete thing as if they said yes once, therefore they can never change it. That is a dickbag thing to do, and don't do it.
The rules say you can't, and the rules say you shouldn't.
Next question, long one. Now, remember, y'all, please make your questions tiny so I could fit them on the cards. I had to struggle to make this one fit and be legible. Ready?
Oh, I can't read that one. Let me squint.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Almost all of the new weapon attachments in Soul of Fortune 2045 specify they don't require an attachment slot, can be installed into exotic weapons, and that only one of them can be installed at a time. However, what about exotic combination weapons such as the Eagletech Survivalist, which has been a topic of so much discussion lately, the K-Tech Tech Hammer, the Militech Mastiff SMG, and etc.? Do both halves of a combination weapon count as separate weapons for the purposes of barrel or autofire mods, since there's functionally 2 barrels or 2 internals to these weapons, or is it all one singular weapon for the purposes of these attachments or attachments in general? I'll let you take it.
Okay. First off, each combination weapon is treated like one weapon. It's just a weapon that has modes. Just because a weapon has multiple modes does not mean it gets additional ways to. It does not get additional upgrades that it can have. Essentially, you only get one tech upgrade on a combination weapon, just like everything else. Secondly, when a combination weapon uses separate ammunition, you can you put in a magazine. If you upgrade it to be able to attach a magazine mod, you're only upgrading one of the 2 magazines. So if it has multiple ammo types, they obviously don't come from the same magazine, unless it says they do, and there is one that does that. Okay, what else? Autofire mods. The autofire mods, if it has one clip or magazine, one source of ammo, and it has one receiver, then the autofire mod will affect both modes. If it says it has 2, and it isn't obviously the same firing group thing. I'm specifically talking about the Militech's Fox dual ammo pistol, I think, right now. as there really aren't that many combination weapons in the game, just period.
Yeah, we had somebody asking if I put one of the new super special ammo into something, but the rest is still the normal stuff, would that affect everything? And I'm like, it's starting to get a little bit too complex, and you're making it complex for yourself.
Right. You do still get one upgrade via these attachments. If the weapon has multiple barrels and each mode uses a different one of the barrels, then you can put 2 of them on. But I wouldn't. If it has one barrel and what you're doing is changing the firing mode, then both modes would have to satisfy the requirements of the barrel attachment you're attaching in order to work. So sorry, Militech survivalist people.
Mm. All right. Yeah, that was the long one of this one. I think it's the longest question we had.
The Tech Hammer has one barrel, and that's the one about the ammunition mixing. I said there was only one of them like that, other than I believe the Beast also has a ammunition selector barrel.
Quick Mayor's Desk today. But frankly, every now and then, there are going to be long ones, there are going to be short ones. And after we've gotten through the questions we have today, there's not much left to answer for it. So the next one, we're going to get back on track. Next Mayor's Desk is going to be around fixers. The lore, the use of them, making them work in social situations, sourcing an economy. I know people are going to have questions about that, so I'll open the floor to that as well. I mean, let's face it. I mean, your character's face is right there on that section in the back of Black Chrome. But thank you again, everyone, for coming. We will be at Gamma starting on Sunday all the way through midweek next week. Gamma, of course, is going to be happening in Louisville, Kentucky. We're going to have some very interesting things present there physically that's going to be interesting to show off. I'll let the surprise be there. But again, to wrap it up one last time, Interface Red Volume 5 is now print on demand over on DriveThru. If you didn't get your discount code for buying the PDF early, it's either in your spam inbox or you need to contact DriveThru RPG support. And let's see, Shadowscar is printing, reprints on the way. Night City 2045 coming out in June 17th at Origins 2026 physically. Yeah, a lot of good things. All right, James, let your little bit in, and we'll go ahead and wrap this up.
All I need to say is you got to go to jameshuttgames.com. This is not working. There, it worked.
Yeah, it was being washed out.
Put your email in, and you'll hear more from me about that and all the fun things going on there with some playtesting opportunities and some cool beetle recipes, I think. And be well, be safe. That's it.
Be safe, everybody. Take care. Don't work too hard.